guys, it's JSHDIY and welcome back to the happy side of YouTube. Today I'm going to be testing all the new water slime recipes that have come out this week and we will see which one of the no-glue slimes work. Notification squad shoutouts today go to Unicorn Slime Girl, Diana Renee, Sienna Hope, and James Gaming. So if you would like to get a notification squad shoutout in my next video, all you have to do is be subscribed and turn on the notification bell. I'll be sure to give you one in my next video. It is officially fall today, so today I wanted to test a candle slime recipe. And this candle is actually apple cinnamon, which is a total fall scent. So let's see if this slime recipe works. First step to making this no glue slime recipe is just scooping some of your candle wax off of the candle and then putting it in a microwave safe bowl and then melting it in the microwave for 45 seconds. While our candle wax is melting in the microwave, I'm going to get started on the next step, which is making oobleck. If you have never made oobleck before, it's basically a mixture between cornstarch and water, and it has this really interesting texture that you would have to feel to understand. But basically, when you pour it, it looks like a liquid and will pour like a liquid, but when you touch it, it feels like a solid. So I'm super intrigued to see what this does to the candle wax when we mix them together. But basically, what you want to do is add a little bit of water at a time to the cornstarch until you start getting a nice oobleck consistency. And then we are going to be pouring the candle wax into the oobleck, and it's supposed to make a putty-like consistency. My candle wax just finished melting in the microwave and I just took it out, so I'm going to see what our results are once I mix it into the oobleck. In the tutorial I followed on Pinterest, it turned into a putty-like consistency, but when I mixed it, it just turned into these weird little flakes of the candle wax, and it separated from the cornstarch. So what I decided to do was melt it in the microwave to see if it would turn into putty, but when I took it out, it basically just had this dry consistency, so this recipe was a fail. This next slime tutorial I am super excited to follow because you guys have been requesting it like crazy, and you said it works really well to make crystal clear slime, so let's see what happens. All you have to do is add some water into a container and then add some salt, just normal table salt, into the water and mix it up as if you were making a borax activator. Then all you have to do next to make the slime is just add in a shampoo of your choice. This was really interesting about the recipe because they said you could use any shampoo even if it was thin, which usually the recipes call for a thick shampoo. So I added in this Pantene one and then I mixed it up, and it didn't turn into slime right away. Once you have given your slime a good mix, you just want to pop it into the refrigerator for 2 hours to chill, and it is supposed to turn into a slime. Here is the result of the slime recipe. As you guys can see, it looks like a perfect clear slime, but when you poke it, it is pretty liquidy. I will let you guys decide in the comments below if you guys think this shampoo slime recipe is a fail or a success. I do have to admit though, for it being shampoo, it did make a pretty good slime. The next slime recipe I'm going to be testing out is hand soap water slime. For this, you're going to be needing a hand soap of your choice as well as some water and alum. All you have to do is add some hand soap into your bowl and then add in a little bit of water. This is supposed to give it a nice jiggly texture. Now, I am testing this recipe from a comment I received on one of my videos, and the commenter actually did not leave any measurements, so I'm going to try to do my best job at making this slime properly. Once the water is completely incorporated into the slime, it is time for activation, and to activate this slime, you are going to be needing some alum. Now, again, it doesn't say how much alum you need, so I'm just going to add a little bit at a time till I see it start turning into slime, because for this slime recipe, you don't really have to let it sit or refrigerate, so hopefully this will work. I just added in a sprinkle for the first time, so this time I'm going to add in a lot more so I can see the texture actually thicken up. If you don't know, alum is actually a thickening agent, but it won't thicken unless you mix it up a ton. So if you guys are making an alum slime, always remember that you have to mix it for it to work, and it might take a lot of mixing. Sadly, this recipe was a fail, but if you guys have any information on how to make this recipe work, please leave it in the comments below. You guys have been sending me the gel makeup remover dish soap slime recipe for a while now, so I thought I would finally put it to the test today. I have high expectations for this recipe because you guys said it was super easy and it makes good slime, so let's see what happens. Starting off, you want to add some dish soap to your bowl, and then you want to add a bunch of the gel makeup remover into the dish soap. I got this from Target. It's the one you guys recommended, which was the Bliss one, and then I mixed it up, and then the last step to making the slime is just putting it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. Now that is super quick for making a dish soap slime in the refrigerator because usually you have to let them sit for a lot longer, and it actually works super well. So thank you guys so much for leaving this recipe. I would definitely encourage you guys to test it if you have the ingredients at home. This next slime DIY has existed for a long time, but I have really never, I don't think, tested this exact one. So let's see what happens. Basically, we're going to be making water slime out of melted gummy bears as well as a little bit of water. This was definitely one of the first no-glue slime recipes to ever exist, and it came off of Pinterest. It was fun to test, but it actually didn't end up making slime for me. And the plastic bowl actually melted in the microwave, so tell me in the comments below if you have any tips to make this slime recipe work. I haven't tested a hair gel slime in ages, so I'm going to be testing one out right now. This slime recipe calls for 2 ingredients that you probably have at home, hair gel and sugar. So let's see what happens when we make it. All you have to do is add some hair gel to a container of your choice and then add a spoon of sugar, and you're supposed to mix it up and then let it sit and dry out, and it's supposed to make slime. But we will see what happens. I am currently mixing the slime up, and I'm actually so surprised right now because it is actually starting to form. So let's see what happens when we do the final step, which is letting it dry. I have now let the slime set for 10 minutes, and here is the final texture. It actually did not change, so tell me what I did wrong in the comments below. This next slime recipe I got from Toy's channel, and it is molasses baking soda slime. I am super confused about this recipe and excited at the same time, so let's just try it out. All you have to do is add some molasses into a bowl, some baking powder, and some water, and it is supposed to form into a slime. I wouldn't be surprised at all if this slime recipe worked because baking powder contains cornstarch and the molasses has a thick texture, so I feel like the baking powder and the cornstarch in it will make the molasses less sticky, and then once we add in the water, I don't know what will happen. I feel like if we didn't have the whole water step, it would work, but I'm just going to mix the baking powder into the molasses until it is less sticky. Then we will add in the water, which is supposed to make it fizz up, and then we'll let it dry out and see if it turns into a slime. Here is our molasses mixture after letting it dry out, and okay, so it actually didn't turn into a slime. We just kind of got a frosting texture, so this recipe was a fail. I'm sorry, you guys. Our last and final recipe I'm going to be testing today is a shampoo slime, where we're going to be making slime out of Head & Shoulders shampoo. We are supposed to end up with a thick and glossy slime, so I am so excited, you guys. I know I normally showcase just clear slimes on my channel, but I actually love white-based slimes too. Once I added in the shampoo, I just added in a little bit of water to make it glossy, and then I mixed it all up. And then I activated it with some salt. Once I finished mixing the salt in, I microwaved it for 45 seconds so the shampoo would dry out. Here's how the slime ended up looking after I microwaved it. It looked pretty much the same, except for it kind of exploded all over the sides of the bowl. After I let the slime cool down, I ended up with this amazing slime. As you guys can see, it was really stretchy. Although it was sticky, it definitely made the slime. It's also pretty thick for being a shampoo slime, so I was super happy, and I would definitely recommend this slime recipe to anybody who wants to make a nice thick slime but doesn't have the glue to make it.